Thank you very much, Pyra. I am joined by Sencux and by Hans Summer. Congratulations, guys. Great performance by you today. Not the best of weeks for you, losing on day one, winning today. You know, how does it feel to be joining the Misfits roster now, Sencux? How do you feel as part of this team?
I mean, in the beginning, it was very different. It had a whole different system, and me and Mega were coming in from a system we hadn't spliced, so we had to get used to that. But I feel like now we kind of fitting in that system, then we're obviously filling the holes that we need to do. And I mean, I enjoy living with the guys and playing with them. It's really fun.
So do you feel like you're incorporated into the team now? You're not still on the outside? Do you feel like you're part of Misfits?
Yeah, pretty much. I feel like we're taken good care of when we arrived at the house, and both me and Mika are enjoying our time. Excellent.
It's good to hear. Hans Summer, I want to ask you just a little bit about what you expect from Misfits this year. So last year you got to quarterfinals. You're an incredible group of talented players. Do you think you can make it to the same sort of stage this year?
I think in the beginning we will not have the best results as we would expect, but the more the time goes on, I think our team will be pretty much better, and I think we can still make it to the top. And if we try hard for all the people, all the staff too, and I think we can make it.
So do you think that you and Mickey can be better than you and Ignar were last year?
I think we can. Mickey brings new stuffs that I didn't know before, and it's pretty exciting to work with him.
And is it good to work with Sencux as well?
Yeah, they're pretty funny guys.
I like the way he says you're pretty funny. He doesn't say, oh, mechanically very good macro calling. It's just that you're a funny guy.
Yeah, he's toxic.
Do you think that you've brought a new light into the Misfits team as well? Do you think that you're giving them as much as they're giving you?
Yeah, I feel like I definitely have a different playstyle from what PoE had. He was a lot focused on these Orianna Syndra champs, where I was a lot focused on Taliyah, Sol, Galio. So I definitely bring a different perspective to the game, and so does especially Maxo, who I need to work a lot with. Like, he also brings new stuff to me, and we can talk to each other about those and work them together. And I think in the end, I think we're going to be a really strong duo.
That's excellent. It's good to hear. A lot of people are, thinking up names for their duos. You've got Jerks. Do you have a specific name you want for you and Maxlaw?
No, really, our name sucks together. Like,
it does.
I've seen so many ideas on Twitter and Reddit, and it all sucks.
Well, hopefully we can think of a good one at some point. A question for both of you. I want to talk about expectations for other teams this year as well. We've seen G2 get beaten today. We've seen Fnatic get beaten today. Where do you rank these other teams in terms of title contenders?
I think Schalke, that we played today, has a really strong roster. I think it's sad that Upside couldn't play today or yesterday. I think they have a really strong roster on paper, and I've also, when we played against them in scrims before, they've also been showing pretty good performances, and I know their coaching staff is pretty good as well. So I think definitely Schalke is going to be a top contender. Fnatic still has the main roster. G2 is G2, so they still have perks and old teammate Wonder. So I still think like the top four is there, and even my old team Splice, they have a pretty different roster, I would say, but if they can actually get to match together, I think they're going to be good as well.
Hans Summer, any changes on that?
I think I pretty much agree with Sencux. Like, I'd say Schalke, Misfit, Fnatic, Splice, G2 maybe will fight for the top, and maybe there's some teams who are where they have new players can make us surprised too. And I'm pretty excited for them to play in the future.
It's good to hear. We have got a lot of new rookies in the EU LCS. Are there any guys that you guys are particularly looking at who you think can stand out this year?
I don't know. I don't honestly really look at rookies. I'm just here to win the ULCS, so I don't know.
It's good to hear. Do you think that's something you can do this year? Do you think Misfits can take it all?
Definitely.
And Summer, same?
Definitely.
Well, that's a good way to close it out. Thank you very much for talking to me, guys. Congratulations again on the win today. We're going to hand it over to the EU LCS post-game lobby. Shox, take it away.